Hello guys! Alright, I'm making pizza finally with the Earth Island Gourmet Mozzarella style shreds. I will be putting a little bit of the cheddar on there, mixed like a little bit on part of it, see how that tastes. And what I'm going to do is I've decided to make this a comparison video. Now I've always liked the Earth Island block cheese for pizza. It just melts perfectly. It melts just like mozzarella compared to Dea, which tends to hold its shape. The other one melts smoothly and consistently, if you know what I'm saying. And I'll try putting a link to that video, the Dea versus Earth Island Vegan Gourmet cheese. So you're just gonna have to trust me, because what I do when I buy this cheese is I shred it and I put it in the freezer because I can't eat all of that. This comes in a big block. So this is the original soy-based vegan gourmet mozzarella block. This is their new shreds that are soy-free and a new formulation. And I want to see which one tastes better or turns out better. So I have my oven heated to 450 already. I'm going to, and this is a pizza crust I made in my KitchenAid food processor. So I'm going to get all my toppings on the pizza. I'm going to tell you what's what, and I'll be back, guys, because this will probably cook for 15 to 20 minutes. So I will, do you want me to, well, you're not going to know. I'm going to know. I will mark this pizza in a certain way. In fact, I'll do that and I'll come back and then I'll put it in the oven. I'm going to zoom in so you can see the difference. Now the cheese on this side, I'll zoom in even further so you can see. It's very kind of wet. And that's because I guess coming out of the freezer, it's a bit more wet. But that cheese was always softer. So you can see the difference here already, that the Vegan Gourmet shreds, their new formulation, holds its shape a lot better. Now, I'm going to share this pizza with my daughter, and I'm going to put turkey pepperoni on part of it for her, so I have to figure out the best way to do this. So, here are the cheddar shreds. I'm going to probably, maybe I'll just put a little bit on one part here. I don't mind if there's a little overlap. I'll put it this little corner. We'll have just a little bit of the cheddar mixed over top on both sides of the pizza. And I know what I'll do. I'll put the pepperoni for my daughter here, and I'll put my vegan sausage. I have a video where I made that. I'll put that in that corner so I know that her pepperoni is across from that, and my pepperoni is down where the cheddar is. I'm hoping I make sense. Or maybe I'll just put pepperoni on her side with no mushrooms, because I want to put some mushrooms on here too. These are the sausage crumbles I'd made. I love this, so I'm just gonna sprinkle it over all of that side. Yeah, that's what we'll do. In fact, I think I'll take this piece and move this onto this side, just so we can sort of see how the cheddar melts on the original Vegan Gourmet side. Hope I'm making sense to you guys. Okay, so this corner is not vegan, and I've sort of surrounded it with a little bit of mushroom. I'll cut that part for my daughter. She can also have some of the vegan portion. I realized I didn't want to put too much toppings. I just want to get an idea of how the cheese will melt. So I've done it like this. I'm going to put it in the oven now I'll check it after 15 minutes. Oven's at 450. Let's see how this melts. Okay guys, this is the pizza and it's looking good. I'm really impressed with the Follow Your Heart shreds because they melted out very nicely. This seemed, when I looked in the oven, to have started to melt first, like a pool, sort of a pooling of mozzarella. But this melted far better than how Dea cheese, Dea cheese melts, but it keeps the shape of the shreds. So this pooled and melted nicely. I like that. I missed a spot in the middle. I probably should have taken this out after 15 minutes. I left it like 20. Because it's just a little bit hard over there. But I'm gonna put a little bit of my vegan Go Veggie Parmesan cheese on there, which is, it's so delicious. I just want to get the crust a little tastier. I can't wait to try this. So, this is the bottom part that has the cheddar. And I'll zoom in. Hopefully you can see the, let's see. Okay, maybe with the light off you can see the orangey cheddar right there. Maybe you can see it now anyway. But this is the portion with the cheddar. This is the turkey pepperoni up here. This is the veggie pepperoni, and that one piece down here is also veggie pepperoni. So, I guess the big thing first is I'm going to cut it from here. It's pretty hard. I should have taken it out a lot sooner. But I'm going to cut it right across this way. But I have to say, this looks like a really yummy pizza, and it looks very much just like a regular pizza. You know, Daiya cheese doesn't quite look like regular cheese. This, both sides, both of the Follow Your Heart cheeses melted beautifully. All right, let's see if I can get this piece out here. I've got one piece cut. Okay, so this is the original soy-based Follow Your Heart. Melts perfectly. And I've always liked that on pizza. Okay, let me try. Now this has some of the cheddar on here. I took a bite of that because it seemed to have less cheddar. I'm noticing a lot of oil. But I guess that's what cheese is. You put mozzarella on pizza, you've got a lot of oil. There's a lot of oil pooling right here. Let me taste this piece. And I love this. This is pizza. This is beautifully melted cheese with your toppings. This is delicious. Let me take another bite. Beautiful. I love this mix with the cheddar and the mozzarella. And I am just amazed. I can't even tell which one tastes better. Ultimately, they're both just like cheese to me. Let me see about this little part right here. I'm going to see if I cut that part right there, guys. What I'll do also is I'll have my daughter eat some of the pizza, and then she can tell you what she thinks. Or I'll tell you what she thinks. Okay, so this is mostly just the new, I think. Yeah, it is. This is delicious pizza. This is vegan pizza with amazing cheese that melts beautifully, tastes great, and is not going to have anyone wanting as a vegan, wishing, oh, I wish this was dairy cheese. This is delicious. By the way, guys, this crust with the vegan Parmesan, which tastes exactly like Parmesan cheese if you haven't tried it, it's delicious. I hope to, in the future, be able to perfect having like the nice, thick, soft crust, where then you can put the butter and the Parmesan on it, just to make it all the more fattening, of course. But just to show you, vegans have decadent, delicious food. You don't have to not have that kind of food just because you're vegan, and people mistake what vegan food is like. So here you go, vegan pizza in all its delicious glory. All right, final verdict. My daughter loved this, by the way, and so did I. But just take a look at the pizza. As I mentioned before, this definitely has more grease to it. So if you compare it to Daiya is a more creamy kind of cheese, whereas this one, just like your typical mozzarella or cheddar, seems to be more greasy. And you can pretty much see that looks like a pool of grease there. So if that's something that you don't like, you might prefer Daiya. But if you love the meltability that is just like regular cheese, then you'll choose this. And in all reality, this is probably my choice, at least for pizza, all the time. Don't quite like the level of grease, but, you know, I'm not eating this every day. That said, my daughter ate this with zero complaints. She had more than one slice, and we certainly enjoyed this pizza, and she did not say that the cheese tasted any different to her. Both sides of the Earth Island cheese seem to melt the same, although this seems slightly drier, the original soy-based one, compared to the newer variation. But both delicious and definitely worth trying, guys. Thanks for watching.